The next show is another show that I watched. It is called Spirit Pact. This show made me so mad. Like, looking at the picture, you would think that it'd be a cool action show. Yeah. But it's not. Like, I was so disappointed. Even the thumbnail on Crunchyroll, it shows like this demon girl's face, and like she has like inverted color. I think it's black eyes with red pupils, and she like her face covers like the whole screen. So I'm like, oh, that looks awesome. What is that gonna be about? I can't remember if it's done by a Chinese studio, but the intro to the song, or if it's based on a Chinese like manga or something like that. But the intro song was in Chinese, and for me, I listen to a lot of Japanese and Korean music, and I listen to some Chinese music, but I normally don't, because for the language, the syllables are like 3 letters. So the songs are really, really choppy. And like, it has to be like a soulful song for me to like really get into, because everything kind of blends together. But with a lot of other like rhythms, rock, pop, anything else in the, any other type of genre of music, I can't really get into it that easily because it stands out way too much to me. So when I was watching the intro, I'm like, it's Chinese? What? I'm like, that's kind of weird. But as far as the show goes, basically, this show is about, I guess they're exorcists. I'm not really sure. But they're people. Exorcists. Okay, so yeah, they're exorcists, and their power comes from like forming a contract with another person. And I can't remember all of the details because I was so busy yelling at the show. So you end up finding this one guy. Oh God, this show makes me so mad. So this one guy, he ends up getting hit by a car, and then hit by a truck, and then in the news, they start kind of giving backstory, and they're like, in this city, this is like the 48th person that's been hit by a truck this month or something like that. And I'm like, that's a little high. And then and they're like, it's this incident was probably because of all of the insurance fraud that all of these companies are doing, and they're overpacking cars, overpacking delivery trucks and having them cause accidents so they can get the money from the insurance claims. And I'm like, if you know the reason why this is happening, why aren't the police or somebody stopping it? Like, why are you continually letting 48 people a month or a week or whatever die from all these car accidents? I'm like,
not to, I haven't watched this one, so I was kind of curious while you were talking, kind of reading some of this. I haven't read a lot of about the show on Crunchyroll, kind of less. I'll do like on the episodes, but not like the general show, because I know if I want to watch a show, I'll want to watch a show regardless. It's funny reading the synopsis, though, because it goes, the Yu Kekai, the heir of an old famous family of exorcists, is stricken with poverty after losing his parents and struggles as a street fortune teller and a part-time computer tech. Okay, we got that. One night, at a junkyard, he meets a mysterious charismatic exorcist, Tomoki Ki, who is fighting an evil spirit. Complete sentence all the way through. Now we go with, to compound his misfortune, he gets hit by a car and becomes a ghost. So I laughed because I'm looking at this going, I'm pretty sure he didn't get hit by a car while he was at the junkyard. He already probably got hit by the car, was a ghost, then went to the junkyard. But it's funny the way that they worded that. I'm like, just looking at that, I'm like, oh my God. Because you were saying how you just made you, I'm like, that just seems so wrong. No. Keep going, though. Keep going.
Yeah, so that part, I completely blocked that part out of my brain. Yeah, so when he's at the junkyard, like, he sees that the exorcist fighting this demon, and the dude's not paying attention to the demon. He's like, oh, hey, guy. I don't know if he's like, I'm an exorcist and I'm trying to defeat this demon, and he's not looking at the demon. And the demon's all like, pay attention to me, and like trying to attack him, and like he's not paying attention to.
So we had like a Power Rangers moment where like things were happening and like the monster's just kind of sitting there going, and you're on time.
Or more, it's like, hey, pay attention to me. I was fighting you. Hey. And I'm like, yeah, defeat the monster, then talk to the guy when the danger's done. And so the monster like escapes. And I'm like, okay. Then after he gets hit by the truck, he's like his soul, like I guess the spirit leaves his body, and he's all like, what's happening? And then that same guy shows up at the hospital. I'm like, did he see him in the news? Did the news say that this person is being held at this hospital? That's a little bit too much information. How does the guy know that he's here? Can he like sense these spirits or something? Which is me explaining, like coming in with the explanation that the show should be telling me. So yeah. I'm like, okay. So he's there, whatever, coincidence. Then he's like, "Oh, I need you to form like a compact, like a
contract between the two.
Contract with me." I'm thinking I keep saying pact because it's like a pact between them and he's the spirit. Yeah. So he's like, "Yeah, and he's like, "Nah, I don't want to do that." And then like he tried to explain him and tell him certain things, and the dude, like the main character that got hit by the car is like flicking him off and like sticking his tongue out and like just being obnoxious to the nth degree. And I'm like, what? Just one, the guy, like the exorcist, I'm like, quit badgering him. He's like, I need you to be my spirit pack. I need you to be my contract person. I'm like, just leave him alone. He's like, you have 7 days to be as a spirit to decide what you want to do. And if you don't, after 7 days, you're probably going to turn into a demon and I'll have to exorcise you. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let's see what he does for these 7 days. And then like the dude runs off and like, that's something, and the dude shows up, the exorcist shows up again, and he's like, I need you to be my spirit pack. I'm like, you gave him 7 days! Like, he just left like 2 minutes ago. Why are you badgering him? And he's like, yeah, I need you to be my spirit pack. So he's like up against, like how those, like, cool kind of mean guys get on a girl, they're like, boom, like up on him. So he's like up on the dude against the wall, and the dude like he had this, like a dumb look on his face. He's like, I'm not paying attention. And he like tilts his head back into the wall, so because he's like a spirit, and he's like, I'm not gonna pay attention. And then just so happens on the other side of the wall is that demon girl from the other day, and she's like has this super crazy looking grin and it scared the crap out of me. And he's like, and then she comes through the wall and she's like, you're going to fight me this time. And then he goes and starts talking to the freaking guy again. And like completely ignoring the girl. And wow. So the dude's like he's across the hall, like at the window. And I think he does something stupid, like falls through the window. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, I can fly. I start acting stupid again. And he's like, hey, I need you to be my spirit pack, man. Like, I really, really, and I'm like, you gave him 7 days, let him be stupid for 7 days, come back on day 6 or something. 2, that demon that you didn't exercise yesterday, which I'm assuming is your job, she's back. She's right behind you. She's like, hey, fight me. And I'm like, why are you not fighting him? So then she's like, well, since you won't pay attention to me, I'm going to possess that dude. So he starts possessing him. And he's like, and then that gets his attention. Well, it gets his attention for a couple minutes. She's like, hey, stop that. And he's like, and like, deals with her for a couple seconds, and then he turns around and he's like, see what she's doing to you now? If you were my contract person, then we can like defeat her together. And I'm like, defeat her? Come back in a couple days. I'm like, he's like just hell-bent on becoming his partner. At this time, I'm just like, what the hell? So she's like, okay, fine. Since he's the distraction, she like flings him across the city into this like forest. And then he's like, now you're gonna fight me. He just, I don't know if he like, no, I'm gonna go get the guy, or he just something, or fights her a little bit, and then she's like, I'm hurting, and goes off anyway. But then he ends up following after the guy, and it's so frustrating. Then they had this big old fight where she like tricks him into something, and it's just this big silly mess, and it made me really, really mad because it didn't do anything that made sense. I will say that the studio is Emon, and they have literally done 5 animes, including this one. So, I mean, not a lot to go on there. And literally the other 4 animes that I've seen them do, Hitori no Shita, and To Be a Hero, Blood of War, and Shiragan no Guardian. That's it. And I've heard of absolutely none of them. To Be a Hero is actually airing this season. It's a short anime, and it's basically like, how raunchy can we make One Punch Man? And it's like these superhero kind of like shorts, it's I don't like that one either. But this one infuriated me, and I was like, I can't deal with this. I watched this with fury. But yeah, it shows garbage. Moving on.
Did you see when they went to go quote unquote play? Yeah. Okay. That to me, I was like, oh, please give me more of that. That was awesome. Yeah. That was freaking awesome. It's so I appreciate how well thought out it is, in all honesty, from everything that they do. I mean, they took history, something we all know, and they twisted it. But they twisted it just enough to where it is barely recognizable. You can still recognize it, but it's also its own entity, which is great.